Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
We're going to do a way too early semifinal prediction show.
You kind of pissed me off when you said, "Hey, let's do it." And I'm like, "Shit,
no,
I haven't even thought of anything yet."
I put it together in like 20 minutes.
When you first thought about it, what was your first thing that you wanted to think of? Like, what was the first initial bam? Not the event, but the feel. Like, okay, I want to be this. What was the first thing you thought of?
I wanted it to be an evolution of what we've had to prep people for what I think will be at the games. Is that the question you're asking, or what do I think like will be in it?
Okay, that was very book answer. Like, what was
better.
the like? Okay, let's do
I want
this.
it to be better.
Dude, and this is not saying me answering this comment, me answering my own question to you is not a only the old time stuff is best. It's nothing that. But when you said, "Hey, let's do this," and I was thinking, okay, they're all going to do the same thing. I instantly had regional feel.
Oh,
like that. Like
okay.
that was
Yeah,
what. Like that was what.
okay.
I mean, and it was fat. Like I
It
threw it
was
together
fun,
fast.
Right? It was fun.
It was pretty fun.
Now,
It was fun. It was fun. It was fast, and it was like I instantly felt like, because I'm from California, so like I instantly had like Del Mar vibe in my brain. Del Mar vibe in my brain.
Yeah. When I was making the tests up, I was imagining the regional semifinal.
See, it's weird because I made events. I didn't make tests. I make events.
What did I say? Did I say tests?
Yes.
These are events now. We're doing events.
Right.
These are events now.
Events. We're competing.
Online tests. Competition events.
Yes.
Right. It's not the 100-meter dash is test one at the Olympics. It's like, it's an event. It is an event. Bailey, I'm just here.
Of course she is.
Talk. Of course you are.
10 feet.
Yeah, you got to get on.
Oh, and this is semi.
Though.
There's no 9 feet at 10 at the semi. Sorry, none.
No. Spaceballs. Before we get into it, so this is a question I had to like kick off the thing with you. Was do you think, or did you program to what we always do this, what you wanted it to be, or what you think it's going to be? It's almost like this conversation, like when you're having. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like it's this argument that like
this is a would you rather.
Yeah, right. Or it's like an argument with your wife or your significant other, right? And you're like, listen, this conversation is going nowhere. I know I'm right, but it would be better for both of us if I just shut this shit down and apologized anyways. You know what I'm talking about?
That's because you work. That's because you're working with a lawyer over there. That's
I want to be right. I know, dude. How many like addendums and appeals and like made up scenarios to prove a point that goes into our arguments is it's. I get to the point where I think this is the question: do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Do you want it to be what you think it's going to be, or are you going to try to actually like stretch your magic? What is this thing called? 8 ball? No.
The magic 8 ball? Yeah.
It's a magic 8 ball. No, the thing
Crystal
that
ball.
Gypsies. Yeah. Crystal ball. There we go. Thank you.
Wow. Magic 8 ball would have worked too.
Auto runs.
Right.
Absolutely.
My answer to that question would be that, and this will be a foreshadowing for analyzing the age group semifinal online, is because of the, for lack of a better word, shit show that I've seen so far. I just wanted to make what I thought would be cool.
Okay.
So there.
All right. We're playing. I just wanted to know.
Totally. I mean, we're way early. We can do whatever we want.
Way too early.
What I did is I designed a really cool training workout week for my athletes that I have to program for. So if these are not the right ones, then guess what? Some people are going to have some fun workouts.
Yeah.
So there.
Okay. Oh, how about this? I did things that I thought would be fun and, in my opinion, fantastic regional events. God bless. I'm in test mode right now.
It's okay. You can put shuttle runs in 5 events. It's all right. Put them all. Yeah.
with a little of Boz wrinkles in there, without like something so skewed in a weird way, right? And so before we do that,
wait, what's you're gonna have to clarify. What is this is something that I've seen this year with Boz being the programmer now, is we say that it's a Boz type of programming. When it was Dave programming, we never said that it was Dave programming. We said it was CrossFit program. What now is making this Boz programming?
I guess
Crossovers and LSITs?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Alert. I may have both of those in my programming.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Okay. All right, so let's do this. Before we even get started, and before I even like say this next question to you, if you guys are not using Bub Naturals in your morning routine, what are you doing? Like, if you've used it and you continue to use it, make sure you use the code GWTP20. All right, 20% off everything. And guess what? Now they have everything. You don't have to get your coffee over here, your creamer over here, your protein over. It's everything. Everything you would want in the morning is now on one place. Just go to bubsnaturals.com. Use the code GWTP20 and get 20% off. But if you guys hear us say this, you're like, oh, not again. I'm trying to do you a favor, right? This is the best morning routine ever. On the 40 years I've been on this planet. Now, granted, like 25 of them did not involve coffee. Like I didn't really drink it until after college because we really couldn't. I had a teammate busted once on a drug test for having too much caffeine in their system because they had like a Red Bull at a school.
Seriously?
Yeah. Like I didn't drink coffee unless it was I might have one cup every once in a while just because I was like falling asleep at the 8 a.m. class because I've been training since 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I graduated college where I had like my first energy drink or pre-workout. Just because we couldn't, like it was just something we were tested for, or at least maybe I was just scared out of it. And I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink that much, and I didn't drink caffeine in college because like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
It's like, hey, bring Chase in here. We need a pee test. Chase, come on in.
But
I'll pee for you guys. I'll pee for you.
Yeah, it might take 3 hours.
The redheaded pee kid.
If you're watching me, it ain't happening. And then I drink too much water, and then the sample's diluted, and then I have to wait another 3 hours, and then do it all again. And you're like, well, that's a very specific scenario. I was like, no, that is an exact scenario. So if you guys aren't, yes, Philip Kelly, Bubs is the best. I'm not sponsored either. Honestly, the best collagen. Yes.
Dude, I have never. I'm an old cat.
It's not in my pocket right now.
My hair grows fast. My nails grow fast. I need it for my joints. It's the best natural duct tape there is.
Yes. Katari, do you really like the MCT? What does it do? I do the collagen and ACV gummies. All right, the gummies are great. Collagen is great. The creamer is great.
It makes it taste so creamy.
It's so creamy. It makes it like there's a nice little subtle taste to it.
That right there is going to be a fluffy duck cut. I'm going to tell him.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah. But it also has like MCT oil in there, which is great for like brain activity, brain health. It gets rid of the cobwebs. It's great for your gut. Like there's a lot of actual health benefits to that other than like a flavoring, right? So like, and don't put cold cream in your hot coffee. Like, it makes the coffee not hot.
I know
that's the best part of all this is that you get your collagen protein and your MCT oil powder. All that goes in. You're getting like 20 to 30 grams of protein in your morning coffee with good fats. When you combine the two, and it stays hot because it's not a cold creamer that cools down your coffee. So it just sits there hot for however long you can stand drinking boiling hot coffee. Anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there because if you guys aren't doing it, I'm telling you, you're missing out.
It'll make your day good. It'll make your day good.
Make your day great. Make your day great. All right. Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since you programmed what you wanted it to be and it to be fun, what things do you think Boz could program for semifinals outside of what you programmed? So say just like movements.
What can he?
What do you think is going to be on the table? Outside of what you want to be on the table and whatever regional style fun programming you do have, which we'll go over here in a second. If you just put in your crystal ball, Boz in a year of programming and what we've seen, what do you think he could put in semifinals?
I think we'll probably see pirouette stuff for handstands, like walking where you have to go down. Not necessarily the obstacle course, but I could see some pirouette type stuff where you got to go down and do a spin and come back, kind of a thing. Maybe a little bit longer distance. I think, I mean, we've already seen the wall facing handstand push-ups. So could they be in there with the deficit, the game style? Possibly. Me personally, and I actually put this in one of my events because I think that it would come out. It was one of the things that I liked that came out, and I thought it was actually fun to see, and I think it could be a nice addition. Would be P bars. I can see parallel bars in there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I had.
I think there might be some test stuff. Did you?
I took it out.
Why?
It didn't match with the totality of the tests that I had put together. I went a little extra step and like, oh, that's a little much of the same redundancy there. So I took it out begrudgingly though. I wanted it in there. I
think if we did, if we watch it, like how the age group semis did, if we use that as any sort of not that it would be a direct correlation, but the fact that there were some tests in tests. I call them tests rather than events because they weren't worth the same amount. So like a skills test when they did the skills test back in the day.
Okay.
I can see pieces like that. So I can see L-sits going back to like elevated, straight leg, who stands the longest kind of a thing, last man standing or whatever. I could see an L-sit in there.
Okay.
Maybe another, weighted pull up. I could see something like that. A test type of thing like that. I could see.
Okay.
I didn't put those in there, but I could see those.
Some of the things I didn't put in there that I think, the pirouette, as you said, on a handstand walk. So instead of doing like a 25-foot unbroken section like they had in quarterfinals, it's a 50-foot with a turn. At
the 50 or the 25?
25, so a down and back.
Got it.
Right, so 25 down, turn, and go back is part of that. I could see that being in there. I could see some of that games trickle down.
Yeah.
So like a wall-facing deficit handstand push-up. If he does that, I really would like him to just put depth markers so people can touch their head and have good reps instead of like, it's one of those things, right, where you got to really understand competitive nature.
Right.
When you program standards. And that tails off what we talked about last time. Right? It's like, I get it. In a perfect world, to demonstrate how good someone is at doing a handstand push-up, it would be to a depth without getting any type of like rebound off the bottom. However, it's a freaking competition, and just put a fucking 4-inch mat there so they touch, so the judge can be like, 1.
Yeah, who cares?
Instead of been like, where is your hairline with the tape behind your face that I can't see from the side with 10 people going at the same time? Like, just make it easy.
Right?
Yeah. A couple of, what others that I didn't have in there?
You want to know what one that we haven't, we've never seen? You had P bars in there? You want to know what I'm surprised we haven't seen?
What?
Ever. And I actually really like this movement, and I'm surprised. And this is an old school movement too. I'm surprised that it hasn't come back. So I could see Boz doing something like this because he has brought a bunch of old things in.
Okay.
A 2-for wall ball.
Oh my God.
Dude, I program those.
I bet you a lot. Do. Could you imagine?
I love those.
Show that would turn into.
Well, you don't do anything. It's a 20-pound ball, 14-pound, nothing. No crazy like 12-foot heights.
You're gonna
whatever.
really hurt Bailey's feelings in the chat. Although
Probably.
she gets half of it, right? She gets her Micro Machine air squat and a wall ball shot.
I mean, I'm surprised
Say they put that out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
here you are, Bailey. Say you put that out there. How would you standardize a 2-for-1 wall ball shot?
It would be the same thing as watching an air squat.
Okay.
That's all.
So
all the way
full
down, all the way
extension.
up. I wouldn't do the.
Sorry,
You
I
have to
really
see
must-
that the bottom has to touch the middle of the ball, the mass of the ball, and the ball has to touch target.
Okay.
Wherever the target is, like at the center of the
Like
target,
one
the
of
top
those
of the target.
floating targets that, like, if you hit it, it's good, and if you miss it, it's clear because the ball's trajectory changes.
Right.
What about? So you said air squat. So what about opening of the hip at the top of the wall ball shot, which isn't a requirement, and an air squat, which is a requirement?
I mean, the nice thing is it like you could. It depends what you're trying to get. If you're trying to just basically double up on the squats,
Like double the depth.
yeah. I mean, like if that's the piece you're looking for, like when was the last time you tried them?
It's been a long time.
Okay. What I will say with those is
10 plus years long time.
it ramps up your heart rate.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like I think that's a fun, nasty little like gym workout.
Totally.
Not
Well, okay, so
competition.
standard, you get to make it easy.
Mhm.
I don't care how high you come up.
Just break depth.
You have to break depth twice. So now if you choose not to go up all the way, that's fine.
Okay.
Then now you're going to have to throw the wall ball a lot further.
Okay, on the wall ball shot portion,
Right.
yes.
So you
Now,
have
what about the air squat portion? Because here's Bill Grunler giving a 2-for-1, and I can see Bill's normal wall ball shot and then a below parallel above wait for the ball and then take it back into it.
the one that leaves your hand, I think well, the thing is, like, I wouldn't care. Here's what I would say.
Okay.
You have to go below parallel twice per as the ball is per rep.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how high you open up.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'm shocked that is your suggestion.
No, the reason I say that is because I'm trying to cut out what would make it difficult. And it wouldn't, Bailey. Judging would be ridiculous. You're right. It would be a fast squat. All I care is that you go down twice. I'm not looking to see if you're standing up all the way. I don't care. And if the number is good enough, you're going to have to stand up because your arms are going to be shot, depending on what you have, to get the ball up to the top.
Okay. I'm all right. If that's what you think was in there.
Something different.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm one that says there will be a time where Boz standardizes the Turkish getup and puts it in a competition.
Okay.
Is it going to be regionals? How do they do that? I don't know.
The way that I think the only way you could really do it is you'd have to do it for like a max. You couldn't do it for reps.
No,
it would have to be the 1 rep max piece.
Yeah.
Because that way you have no option but then to do it correctly. Because otherwise you're not going to be able to cheat and like sit up really fast.
You know
and do
what
all
it could be? It could be like the sandbag ladder.
No, exactly.
It's like, all right, 53, one on each arm, 62, 70, 80, and just work your way up. All right, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. They need to get those competition bells, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right? The ones that are all the exact same.
Yeah.
But like, because no one is going to be able to well, I don't want to say nobody, but to Turkish get up the 150-pound kettlebell, which is totally doable. Like the weight is totally doable. Like, what did we see at that Rogue one? Like almost 200 pounds? I can't remember, but they did it with a barbell. Do it with a kettlebell, but you can't physically hold it with the way the bell is made and the handles, right? But those competition ones are all the same, so it's uniform.
I say make it a barbell.
Oh God, dude, that is going to be so dangerous.
No, it's not going to be dangerous. They
Hey,
drop it.
we
They
worry
drop
about
it.
athlete safety now in movements. Wrap your thumbs around the bench. You know, that's the thing now.
Whatever.
Anyways, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. What else do I think could be in there? I don't know if a parallel press to handstand will be in there for reps at semifinals, but I think that'll be at the games.
I think that standard would be hard to judge.
Yes. Easier than your 2-for-1 wall ball shots.
I don't know, because it's like, how much of a swing are you allowed to get up? Like, are they looking at like gymnastics? Legs are straight, arms are straight the whole time. Like, unless that's a standard.
I think it'd be like a burpee. It'd be like, get your feet above a certain line mark and establish a lockout at the top, and then come down. Like,
see, that to me sounds like whatever. Get below parallel on twice.
You're like totally forgetting that the ball is up there somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Right.
Like, you're not even just counting the reps, let alone standardizing the movement.
I know we do that. It's right here. It's like bop 1, bop 2, bop 3, bop 4, bop 5. No big deal.
Thank you, Fran Lung Analytics. John Garbo did a 240-pound in the Rogue Challenge, and Krista Baumgartner did 115.
Damn.
And I think that was just up, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it wasn't down. Like, they just
Yeah. You're right.
So that's why I think like, it was just up with a barbell, cool, but like up and down with a barbell at those weights with people around, like, let's just make it easy.
Well, I guess, and I was thinking more like old school strongman style, circus, circus style, that kind of thing. And it's the same thing as what the sandbag was. You just had to get it up.
Yeah.
Throw the arm out. So you stand up once you're all the way up,
arm
and
out.
you supported it like Olympic lift. You get your 3 lights. Boom, you're good. Drop it.
So just up, not down.
Yeah, that'd be more fun anyway.
Yeah. I'm down with that. What else do I think is in there that I didn't? Shuttle runs.
Fuck you.
There's no way shuttle runs are in there. There's no way shuttle. This is pointless. You have machines that can do that now. Like, you don't need them. And I don't.
I bet. You know what? I would take a small bet that it will be in there.
Intentional ones, or just like transitional ones?
No, like it will be a part.
God, that would be a kick in the dick, wouldn't it?
I'm ready to get kicked because I think it's going to happen.
Okay. I think that's it that I don't have written down. All right. How many events do you have?
6.
Me too. 2-2-2. No 2-part.
Yeah.
Straight up regional.
Straight up. That's what I meant, like regional style. I was feeling regionals when I was doing it.
Okay. All right. Do you want to go 1 for 1?
Yeah.
Cool. I have mine in order and everything.
So do I.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. Someone text me. People are texting me. Stop.
No way, really?
Yeah.
The text thread is going off.
Yeah. And my own personal text thread. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go.
You go. All right. Event 1 of the 2023 CrossFit Games Semifinals is
5 rounds.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just laughing that mine is 5 rounds. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
10 front squats.
Okay.
225, 155.
Ooh.
20 chest to bar pull-ups.
Okay.
Boom. Do you have cleans and chest to bar?
Okay. Okay. I have 5 rounds, 30 double under crossovers.
You're dumb.
I think they're going to be in there.
Okay.
20 chest to bar pull-ups.
Dang.
And 10 clean and jerks at 185 and 135.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So
all right. That's actually pretty close.
You had 5 rounds of 10 front squats at 225 and 155
Mm-hmm.
and 20 chest to bar pull-ups.
Yep.
I had 5 rounds of 30 double cross unders
20
20
chest bar
chest
pull-ups,
bar pull-ups, and
and
10
10.
clean and jerks, power clean and jerks at 185 and 135. And I just want to make something that is like, if you want to win unbroken, like, is a must, other than
Totally.
some trip ups there. But I think everyone should have been practicing this, and everyone has been. I've seen videos, like, people are crushing these now. But you have to go unbroken on chest to bars, but your grip's going to be smoked on clean jerks, and you still kind of have to do some touch and goes there too, if you want to, like, get in the top 10.
I just wanted a this event reminded me of old school,
Is this your,
like,
friend
old
F?
school regionals. Kinda, yeah. I
Right, so
mean,
it's like squat pull.
these guys will be
Always get in
going,
there somehow, right?
they'll be going unbroken, and they can march down the floor. So, like, every 10, they roll their bar down. Every 10, they roll their bar down. So that way you can kind of watch. And this is what I meant, like, when I was seeing.
Mine does the same thing, right? Because, like, the rig's in the back.
Yeah.
The rope doesn't move.
Right.
But they go rope, rig, bar, and then advance it to the next 10 marker.
Yep.
Yeah. No, Stefan, not unbroken. No, let's just easy. We've only done that with double unders once. All right, number 2. What is your number 2?
Number 2. This was my P-bar one. So
Friday
what
night.
I did Friday night, 4 rounds of 4 lengths on the P-bar.
Okay.
50-foot overhead walking lunge with 53s and 35s.
Oh, okay.
4 wall walk with 2 wall facing handstand push-ups. So you have to wall walk up, 2 handstand push-ups, come down.
Look
That's
at you
1.
putting in the wall facing handstand push-up.
Well, I figured, yeah, they did it with the other one, so I'm gonna throw it in there.
Give me shit for double cross unders, but like, hey, I figured you put them in there. So I like that though. So wall walk, 2, and then back down.
Yep. So 4 rounds of that. So 4 lengths. And what I wanted to do on the, because I didn't have them do dips on this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But what I want is they have to go down forward and backwards.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I had P bars in 1. I took it out, but I had 4, just like you did, and they had to go forward and back with no dips.
Nice.
Oh, this is great.
So this one, to me, it was just like all fun shoulder stability. So you have the support on the walks, you have the support on the lunges, and then you get the wall walks where you're working the shoulders again. And just, I think the fatigue on that would be pretty fun to see.
It's like JT, but leveled up in different modalities and movement patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Cool.
God bless. Yes, Bailey. So P-bar walk,
backwards.
they're about 8 feet. So 8 feet forward, 8 feet back, 8 feet forward, 8 feet back.
Right.
4 lengths, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I had that too. I took it out for something else, but I had that. I'll tell you where I put it in and just let me know what you thought.
Okay.
Okay, my event 2 is for time, a 3-minute L sit.
Just accumulated time?
Accumulated time. Every time you break, you have to get up and do 3 back squats at 365 and 255.
Wow.
That's it.
And what's the... So you're looking for accumulated time. So you're trying to make them
You have a stopwatch.
Okay.
So you 3, 2, 1, go. The
back squats are cutting into your time, right?
Yeah.
No. I got you. I got accumulated time. So like 10 seconds.
Stopwatch.
Stops.
However, the whole time is running.
Right.
So you come up, stopwatch starts. You come down, your stopwatch stops, and then you go to your back squat bar, do your squats, and come back. Once you go up, boom. And so I'm holding your time for your L sit, but the clock is running constantly.
So did you pick
the more back squats you're going to have to do?
Did you pick that weight to make it be something that the fact that you're having to set up, take a little bit of time to make sure you're ready, that's going to eat into your time? So you're trying to play that strategy?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Like a weight that
instead of it being like 185 pounds or 225, they just run and grab it, take it, and go right back.
Yeah, and I was tinkering with Rex because first I had like 5 at 315 and 225. I was like, that's not a lot for these athletes, right? We're talking semifinals, games level athletes, basically games level athletes that they got out of quarterfinals, ish. But what I took was Greg Glassman's old thing is like, if you can establish a 3-rep unbroken L-sit, your ability to do back squats or anything like that will be like exponentially more easy.
Yeah.
So that's that. I took that old thing that Glassman had and I put it into an event.
I couldn't believe it. He actually, I saw him in person. He showed up at my gym and asked me that, what's your L sit? And I'm like, I don't know, 45 seconds. He's like, we need to get that to 3 minutes. I'm like, what the hell are you talking
Those are
about?
rookie numbers. You got to bump those numbers up.
I'm like, what? Say, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
3 minutes. I thought that was disgusting that he even like mentioned that. I thought he was going to say like a minute and a half. 3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh. Please enable channels. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Oh. Hold on.
We all still good?
Yeah, they put us on a different one in the middle of the broadcast. Oh.
How dare they?
Yeah. All right. Is everybody back?
You guys all there? Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And so Rock Life, what he's saying is that like this old school, like this is an OG strength test that has anything to do with the back squat, even though it's heavy.
Yeah, totally.
But it's only 3. And the 2 are supposed to like correlate to each other. Right. And so if you don't have the strength to hold the L sit, you are going to probably have a poor back squat, of which you will get buried in both. So this is a strength test in gymnastics as well as stamina strength test in squats. Someone asked me the L sit standard, whatever they use at the games, like they put some plates out there.
Feet can't touch.
Your feet can't touch. You could have a knee bend. They just had to be over the plate. So like they would move the plates to a certain distance. So for example, you say maybe your hands have to be in a certain position on the parallettes. They start you seated on the floor in that position, legs extended. They put the plates right above the heel so that once you elevate yourself, if the heel comes off of the plate, then you are done. I feel like that's a pretty good way to standardize that. All right. Day 1.
Day 1 done.
Day 1 done. Bill, day 2, event 3.
I took again, I was kind of using the age group semifinals as I don't want to say template, but some clues in there. So they had a version of the like the broken triple threes.
Okay.
But what I wanted to do was make the same sort of thing, the 1,100. So they did a 1,000-meter row, 100 double unders, and then stupid shuttle runs, 20 lengths of the shuttle runs.
Okay.
What I did is I wanted to go a rower. Is that you?
Yeah. Nope. Hold on. Sorry.
That was an interesting.
Yeah, that's what happens when someone calls you on Slack.
Interesting.
There's a lot going on, guys. Sorry.
A lot going on.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes that some of you are privy to or not.
So I want to do a row assault bike ski.
Yeah.
So I would do the same kind of break where it'd be 1,000, and then probably 50-calorie row or assault bike, and then the ski, and then bring that down. So 750, then 500, then 250. Same type of deal. I didn't have it all cut out on that. I just kind of threw it up there. But it would be the long one. It would be like my long monostructural setup of the piece to throw it in there. Something long. Boring, yeah, I know, but at least the transitions would allow people to be able to see kind of where people are rather than just putting them on there for 3 miles or 3,000 meters or whatever. So
cool.
Yeah. That was my boring one, but whatever.
So you said long monostructural boring test?
Yes, that's day 2. Or yeah, day 2.
Everybody get ready for my long monostructural test. Oh man. You know what, Devesh? If it was the call, I'm going to fucking finish this podcast first. So here's my long monostructural boring test. You have a skier, a rower, a bike erg, and the new Rogue treadmill.
Okay.
Because those are for sure going to be in semifinals. Why would you make them otherwise?
Right.
Come on. I mean, come on. I'm putting it in there. So here's what I have. A 1,000-meter ski, a 1,000-meter run, a 1,000-meter row, and a 2,000-meter bike. Because that just equates to about 4 minutes of work. Let's just say that. 1,000-meter ski, 1,000-meter run, 1,000-meter row, 1,000-meter bike. So you go upper body pull, run, horizontal pull legs, bike. There's some mix match in there. 4 time, every 2 minutes, you have to do 5 ring muscle ups. Why are you smiling? You got that later, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. And here's the fun part. You get to start on the ski erg. So usually those 3, 2, 1, go, start on the rings and then go. I want to see who makes some poor choices.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. 1,000-meter ski, 2-minute mark, run to the rig. 5 ring muscle ups, run back to your ski. Keep going. You finish before the time, you can go back, you can get on the runner and start running. 2 minutes, boom, 5 ring muscle ups. Boom, 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 boom. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. 2,000 for time. That's my long, boring-ish monostructural / gymnastics endeavor.
I like that one.
Thank you. I want to try it as soon as I can get like this wing all fixed up.
I think, what would your strategy be on that? You'd have to empty the tank on the first set.
Oh man.
I think you'd have to empty the tank because that's where you're going to get the most work done. And then after that, then it's going to be like, all right, you got to throttle back now.
Like, have you done a ski erg muscle up combo?
Yes, dude.
It sucks. It is so hard.
Yeah. What pull do you have left anymore?
And so like getting through the first 1,000 meters the right way, the fastest, is imperative.
Yep.
Because then you got run, you get a break.
Yeah.
Right. So like getting to the runner, and that's why I staggered him like I did. No, Roman wouldn't necessarily smash. Roman isn't that good at high rings muscle ups.
Yeah.
Right. And this is a tale of two people. This is machine work. Big boys. Not the same on the gymnastics unless you've got the best of both worlds, which is what Boz always wants to project.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so, that's what I put in there. But I think you're right. The first 1,000 meters on the ski erg is everything. Not everything, but how you navigate it.
I think it's important.
It's so valuable because you can either do it too slow and it's going to be hard to catch up.
Yep.
And
I don't think on the run, no one is going to be that good or that bad to where they can make up or lose that much distance. So you have to do it on the ski erg.
Right. And the ski erg is going to make the muscle up so much worse. So if you redline too hard in the first 2 minutes, you are screwed for the rest of the workout.
Yep.
So
that's a nice little balancing act there. I like it.
Thank you. All right, number 4.
So the age group semifinals had that weird DT-ish setup, and I actually really liked the fact that they had cleans instead of hang cleans. Okay. Where you could break that up. So what I did was I did 5 rounds for time. 1 round of DT-ish, so the 12 deadlift, 12 deadlift, 9 clean, 6 shouldered overhead at the DT weight, so 155, 105.
Hang power?
No, from the ground. They're just regular cleans.
Oh.
Cleans, just like what the age group did.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So I actually really like that setup. Okay. I like that. Okay. Immediately 5 rounds of that. In between each round, or after each round, is probably better to say. 6 ring muscle ups.
Okay.
So that's what I had in between there.
So you get your 30.
You get my 30. Yep. So you're pushing. It's going to be grippy. You have to be smart about how you decide to use your grip, when you decide to hold on, how you're going to hold on. This is like that. Do you go singles? Do you not go singles? How much faster you're going to be? Or what do you feel like when you get to the ring muscle up? Because for the people that are going to be doing well in this, all of those should be unbroken. Mm-hmm. And they're pushing the pace on the DT-ish part. So I thought that it would be really fun. I would like to do this one. I think I would probably do this one. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang. So 12.96. So regular DT with 6
regular DT, but with cleans, not hang cleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so much worse. Okay, I like that. 12.966.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Okay, so I think this sounds easy to follow, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
I'm taking a page out of Roaming Diane. So again, I'm thinking Boz a little bit. And Boz actually demoed this when Roaming Diane came onto the first scene. If nobody knows what Roaming Diane is, it's 21:15.9 deadlifts at 225 and 159 in meters and handstand walks.
Yeah.
And I think Boz is the demo guy for that. What's up, Sarah? And so I have a 21:15.9 format. It's 21 deadlifts, 21 overhead squats, 15:15.9.9. In between each set, so after the 21, you're going to go 3 handstand walk obstacle lengths. So it's about 30 feet, but with a handstand walk. So 21 deadlifts, down, back, down over an obstacle, 21 overhead squats, down, back, down to the. So that's your transition to the bar. The weight is 315 and 225 on the deadlift, and 185 and 135 on the overhead squats.
What was the regional event that had the obstacle? It was like 20.
It was
2018.
The one that had like pistols and power cleans and things like that. The ring muscle ups.
I think it was ring muscle ups and something. And
And
they had to go. That was their transition. They had to go all the way down. They had to use them to come all the way back.
I took it from.
Okay, cool. I like that.
So I took a little Boz and I took a little Dave.
Yeah.
Classic regionals. And yes, Katie. So I'll just walk through it. 21 deadlifts at 315, 3 handstand walk obstacle lengths, 21 overhead squats at 185, 3 handstand walk lengths, 15 deadlifts, 3 lengths, 15 overhead squats, 3 lengths, 9 deadlifts, 3 lengths, 9 overhead squats, finish.
I like that. I think that would be really fun.
Whole overhead, heavy, high volume with the obstacle course, and each length has to be unbroken. So there's like a start line, 6 feet to the thing, down and over 6 feet, and then and so you just see this ping pong of people, but it all comes down to the last round of 9 deads at 315 and 225, walk down and back, and then just get to that last 9 overhead squats, staring at the finish line, and your possible trip to the CrossFit Games there. It's waiting for you.
It's the end of moving day right there.
Yeah.
I like the weights too. I like the weights.
Yeah, I was tinkering there. I was like lighter on the deadlift maybe because it originally had like
no, not for these guys.
But then I was like, nah. Like I want the weights and the movements to mess up the handstand walk.
Yeah.
Like I need it to be 315 and 225 so that it's going to tax your midline to handstand walk, but then I need the handstand walk to offset the difficulty of the overhead squat.
Yeah.
And that midline, there's just so much this is like midline interference, like your shoulder interference test.
Yep. I like that. That'd be fun.
And I think it's just to be a fun event to watch on Saturday night.
Now we're on Sunday.
Sunday, 2 more.
So I always liked that they had a heavy lift, even when they did, some of the semis last year. I mean, those were the, everyone getting the 1 rep max snatches and everyone snatching over 305 and all the guys. And it's just big. I think that's really big. And something that I haven't seen, at least on the CrossFit competitive scene as much, or that as much recently, are not the speed ladders, but the actual ladders. So the old school where you'd march from platform to platform to platform when you go until you get it.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do on this one was, we've already had some heavy singles. So I wanted to do triples. So these had to be triple touch and goes. They had to be touch and go. Snatch.
Ooh.
So 185 to 305 on the guy's side. 135 to 215. And I played with that. I stopped there. I was kind of like, I know that people can do that. Maybe I was going to go higher. Maybe I go like 315, 225, kind of to see what that would look like.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have it be the way I wanted it to work was, you had to stand with the bar first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had to do your touch and go. I didn't care if they're going to be squat or power. You could do whatever you want, but you have to start from a hang position, and then it's touch and go for 3 reps.
Okay. Damn. What, 10-pound jumps, 5-pound jumps?
I had 185, 205, 225, 235. Yeah, for the guys, it was 10 pounds. For the girls, there was 10 pounds up to a point, then it went to 5s.
Okay. Got it. Damn.
Yeah. Cause I had that cool strength part. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
cool.
Like this. I just remember how cool that was to watch, even like at the games, like old Carson style.
Yeah.
And some really fun stuff. And
No, that
again,
was
this would
fun
be
to
the
watch.
last day, and people trying to get after it. And
Mhm.
so I thought that'd be really cool.
Quick question from Katie Gannon. What do you guys think about the 100-point A and 50-point B scoring for the events? We'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
But my short answer is I like it.
I think if depending on the events that you have, like
Depends on
there's an appropriate events that need to be in those lesser scored events.
So
Yes.
for example, a 1-rep max lift, a isolated gymnastics, or an isolated monostructural, which we've said if you're going to isolate 1, isolate 3.
Yep.
You shouldn't be giving a full event's worth of points to something very niche that you're just good at because of whatever reason. Like
Right.
not heralding a specialist and giving them 100 points for being.
Yeah, you don't want 25% of the points to be worth to a.
So I like it if you're
5-minute
going to do a
handstand hold.
specialized single modality test to isolate it to 50 points. I actually think that's
It's appropriate.
appropriate.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that more next week. Okay, my event 5, so I have a interval format, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 5 sets. Your score is total thrusters completed across all sets at 135 and 95. At the beginning of every 2 minute, you have to do a 100-foot farmer carry with 150 or 106-pound kettlebells. And I'm thinking about going heavier. I just wasn't sure. Like I might even put it up to the big ones, like 200 and whatever they had for Fibonacci.
Yeah.
100 feet down and back, 50 feet. That's not that far. So 3, 2, 1, go. 2-minute clock starts. Farmer carry, 50 feet down, 50 feet back with kettlebells that are extremely heavy into max thrusters in the time remaining. 1 minute rest, 5 sets. That's it. This is where I originally had my P-bars.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it's going to be 4 P-bar lengths, forward, and back into the thrusters.
Oh, okay.
I switched it out with a farmer carry. Reason being is because I already had the handstand walks as event 4, so this would be going into it again in event 5. So I didn't want those so close back to back.
What about your deadlift event into these?
What? Like deadlift into P-bars?
Well, you had deadlift in the event just prior to this.
Yeah.
And now you're posterior chaining, cleaning, pulling from the ground up and walking. Granted, you're not doing reps of that, but it's
I didn't see it as that big of a deal just because they're walking with it and it's in a different weighted position and movement pattern. Where
just curious. Just curious.
Yeah. But yeah, so farmer carry down and back, 2 minutes of time in the time remaining, max thrusters at 135 and 95, rest a minute, 5 sets, scores total thrusters done in the 5 sets total. And I just wanted some opposing stuff too. It's like just what that walk does to your shoulders and upper body, and then to go into a thruster like that. And how it would be set up is like, the floor lengths are usually about 100 feet. So like your 50-foot walk would be like from bar to rig to bar. And then like every 10 reps you do on the floor, you advance. So you get to see where people are at.
I like that. Yeah. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's we got really good, I think, back in the day of making sure that events were set up that way. So you always had that separation on the floor to see where people were. You got to make it visual, which is cool.
Yeah. And so I think that would be cool. It's like, okay, maybe it's 15, 15, 10, 10, 10, all the way through.
Yeah.
So,
ooh, I like that.
Just to get to see where you're at. How much do you need to
walking with kettlebells that are super heavy like that is so obnoxiously awkward.
I know, right? That's why I wanted to put them in there. But that's
hang around.
I wanted the P-bars. So like, what could I do otherwise? And the reason why I took the P-bars out is because I have 2 couplets, or would have been 3 that are weightlifting and gymnastics. Right? So I had the L sit and back squat. My final event is a gymnastic weightlifting couplet. This would have been my 3rd. So I would have had half the events as a gymnastic weightlifting couplet, and I didn't want to do that. Because I had a monostructural gymnastic one, so I wanted a weightlifting one.
Okay.
That's another reason why I took the P-bars out. I didn't want to. I like the P-bars better.
Yeah.
But the farmer carry would be a fun twist, and then we finally get our kettlebells. How disappointed were you that the kettlebell that they used was for a step up and a goblet squat, and it was only one of them?
Yeah, I kind of bummed on that for sure.
All right, let's get this question before we get to the last event. Do you guys think they are and should be pushing for the bigger power athletes with heavier and more strength-biased workouts? No more Sams or Haley. No. I don't think the Boz is the right person to be pushing that agenda to begin with. I mean, look at all the gymnastics we've seen.
Right. And the strength stuff that there's been for the most part has been all shoved into one event. So I don't think that they are and that they should be. They should be finding a well-rounded athlete. Right. They should be finding the most well-rounded athlete. That's for CrossFit. Now, we're not talking other competitions. We're talking for CrossFit specifically because that's our definition. So we have to, direct ourselves towards that definition. Otherwise, we're just kind of floating around.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Also, too, is like the Haleys have one deficiency and they're so good at everything else. If the programming is done well, that shouldn't be the one thing that totally keeps them out. It's kept her off the podium and it's kept her out of the games a couple of years, but she's so good at it, like elite at everything else. It should be enough to keep her in, like Laura Horvath and a handstand push-up. If the program is done right, I would say.
Right.
Okay, I got 8 minutes. Last one.
The
final, Bill. The final. What are we doing? Are we doing kitchen sink, old school? Or are we doing super fast? What do we got?
No, these are semis, so we have our trickle-down effect.
Ooh.
And I think that when you have a really cool final, a new school final, but a good final, you bring it down to these guys and let them play. We're going to go Jackie Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jackie Pro. So, and I was playing with the idea of the time frame on the rower, though. I wanted to not have the exact same time because I didn't want it to be that if you didn't make the time, like at the games, yes, you need to have the time. I want the time to count. I want the row to count.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to be that you were now not going to make it to the games. And I wasn't sure what that time would be. I mean, there was only a handful of athletes that didn't make it in the games.
Yeah.
So if I look at that and I kind of extrapolate that out a little bit, you're going to have more athletes that kind of get hung up with that row. So I want to make the row count, but not make it to where it's like so cutthroaty. So I would bump the time up a little bit. I'm not sure to what yet. I would kind of play with it a little bit.
Okay. For the row time, you mean?
No, for the row time. The row time. I mean, I kind of played with the idea of like not having a cut. I liked where it was in the games and the reason for having that in the games, but I still want the row to count. And that was the first time that we saw a buy-in row where actually it meant something.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure how to do that, but I really like to have Jackie on there. I think it would be awesome for these athletes to be able to do that. And it was fun. It was fun to watch. It's all within their wheelhouse to do it. I mean, the thruster's not, it's 95, 65, and then bar muscle ups. I thought it was really fun to watch. It'd be fun for these guys to be able to do and kind of connect the semis to the games with that trickle down like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My final event is a mix match, taking some old school, combining it for a new school final.
Yeah.
So I have a ladder, a speed ladder.
Okay.
Speed snatch ladder.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it only goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's the same weight. But every round starts with 2 legless rope climbs. 3, 2, 1, go. 2 legless rope climbs, 5 snatch, 225, 155. 2 legless rope climbs, 4 snatch, 3, 2, 1. So you're running to the rig, 2 legless, run to your bar, 5 snatches. Drop it, run back, 2 legless, run back, 4 snatches, down, 2 legless, 3 snatches, 2 legless, 2 snatches, 2 legless, 1 snatch. All at 225, 155. All must be received in the bottom of the squat.
I like it. It reminds me of the Rich Froning rope climb coming back.
Mm-hmm.
See, look, I can do rope climbs. The clean and jerk one.
That one, the 15 muscle ups into a squat clean ladder.
Yeah.
I'm taking the squat snatch ladder, the 10 to 2 from 16. I'm taking the 10 legless rope climbs, shuttle run-esque, right?
Yeah.
So I'm mashing it all together. 2 legless rope climbs, and then 5 snatch, 4 snatch, 3 snatch, 2 snatch, 1 snatch at 225 and 155. All weights everybody can do.
Yep.
Touch and go isn't necessary, but execution and flawless technique on both the legless and the snatch under fatigue, intensity, getting down to the games, and it's all coming down to one run down the floor and hitting that one rep to try to make it to the CrossFit Games. Boom.
Yeah, I like how it's just enough that everyone has to, they got to walk the tightrope. They have to push the limit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't not go fast.
Right.
And it gets a lot of good legless rope climbs in there too.
Yeah. We get more pulling in there. I've offset my pulling. So not to get too much into it, but it's like I pulled once each day, but they got more difficult. So
Yeah.
chest to bar day 1, ring muscle ups day 2, legless rope climbs day 3. A little evolution there.
Yeah, totally. I like it.
That's it.
Some fun workouts in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
CrossFit, do you guys want to take any of those ideas? Just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. They're all visually great. They're well balanced.
Love to help you guys out.
Not one person's going to walk away with it because of a certain strength, gymnastics skill set.
And anyone that does well here should probably be in the CrossFit Games.
Yeah, they'll be ready. They'll be ready for you. But all right, team, that was our way too early predictions of the CrossFit Games semifinals. We hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys are a Patreon follower of us, our workout of the week just got released yesterday. That was by Mr. Bill Grundler. We've had 3 so far. If you guys don't follow us on Patreon, you guys get exclusive discounts on our OG Culture apparel. By the way, we have a sale going. If you guys go to the OG Culture site, you buy yourself an OG t-shirt, you will get a free OG flag. So make sure you guys done that. We know people are already on it. It's just really why the shirts are still in stock. If you guys follow us on Patreon, you go to patreon.com/get with the programming. You get a free workout of the week every Wednesday. He's already have 2. I've only got 1. I'll be up next week. And we'll post all of these events together for our patrons for them to have, to hold, and to cherish forever, since we'll probably never see the light of day.
That's right.
Thank you guys for rolling with us. We'll have more news and stuff for you guys next week as we analyze the age group semifinals starting next week. Bill?
Sir.
Have a great rest of your week.
Later, guys.